Today we will be discussing a cryptocurrency that does not get talked about a lot, but we will change that today. That cryptocurrency is called Enjin. Enjin promotes itself as the gold standard for NFTs, which stands for non-fungible tokens, and we will discuss why later in this video. We will begin by talking about the features of Enjin, what makes it different from other cryptocurrencies, and we will briefly discuss the technology behind Enjin, and then we will discuss the past and current price of Enjin, as well as taking a look at some price predictions to gauge where other people see the price of this coin going. Let's dive right in and discuss the features of the Enjin coin. The first feature we will be talking about is called this melting feature. And what that essentially means is if you buy an NFT with Enjin, you'll be able to melt it back into Enjin. So what that does is it gives people confidence in their assets because they're backed by Enjin, which is a reputable cryptocurrency. Another effect of this melting feature is that when you melt an NFT back into Enjin, that decreases the supply of that NFT because it's been melted, and that can put upward pressure on the price of that NFT, which can increase the value by increasing the scarcity of that NFT asset. Another benefit to Enjin coin is the benefit of tangibility. And what that means is NFTs backed by Enjin are created with something of value, and those NFTs can be destroyed at any time, meaning they can be melted back into Enjin, which because Enjin has value, your NFT will always have some sort of value, which ties into this next point of real world value. Because your NFT is backed by cryptocurrency, you can always revert back to the cryptocurrency. So truly the value of your NFT is the value of that cryptocurrency or higher. The last thing I want to talk about on this web page are some of the anti-inflationary measures built into Enjin coin. Enjin has a maximum supply of 1 billion coins, and so once that number is reached, there will be no more new Enjin coins created. And also, some of these coins will be locked into game assets, which we'll talk about later, or other forms of NFTs, so that puts upward pressure on the price of the coins, which is good if you're going to be a long-term holder of this coin. We've already discussed the process of melting an NFT back into Enjin coin, but there's also a reverse process called minting. And what minting is essentially infusing an NFT with Enjin coin. So it's taking the NFT and you will essentially be listing it on the Enjin network, which is based on the Ethereum blockchain, which makes your NFTs more powerful. And then you can also have the option to melt that NFT back into Enjin coin. So let's look at an example of this. So the example they have listed on their website is, imagine there's a game, and in the game you have an inventory. The example we'll use is, let's say it's a game where you have a sword. And you can use this sword in multiple games, which is something that you don't see with a lot of other networks. And you'll also be able to sell this sword to anyone at any time, and you'll also have the option to melt that sword back into Enjin coins, and then you'll be able to exchange it with any other crypto or even with other fiat currencies. In order for any cryptocurrency to gain large-scale adoption, it will have to be adopted by developers who want to use that network to build their NFTs on top of it. And now we're going to talk about some of the reasons why a developer might want to do that with Enjin. One reason a developer would consider using Enjin to build their NFT on is because it has a simple interface where you can create NFTs with a simple, no-code solution. Simply by using this interface, you'll be able to create an NFT without needing to know how to program at all. Enjin also has some really nice features built into their platform that makes it attractive for developers to build their NFTs on and to connect it to their games. One of those features is this wallet linking feature, and what that allows developers to do is that it allows users to link their blockchain wallet directly to your game or your application. And what that can also facilitate is this other feature called P2P trading. And what that allows users to do is securely trade assets in-game or within your application. So if you have a game, because people's wallets are connected directly to your game and this P2P trading feature exists, people will be able to trade NFTs directly within your game or within your application, which is a very powerful feature to have. The last two features I would like to talk about on this web page are event triggers and mass asset distribution. An event trigger allows you to trigger asset sending with game, app, or website events. And what that really means is if something happens in your game or in your application, you'll be able to use that event to trigger the sending of Enjin coin. So let's say you have a game and every time someone sets a high score, you want to reward that with Enjin coin. With this event trigger feature, you will be able to do that every time they set a high score, and because of this wallet linking feature, they can automatically receive Enjin coin inside of their wallet. The next feature I would like to talk about is mass asset distribution, which really just means you'll be able to facilitate a lot of transactions. You can send assets up to 150 users with a single transaction. If you made it this far in the video, I would like to ask you to subscribe. We're a new channel and we're trying to grow, so please click that subscribe button and the notification bell so that every time we make a post you get notified. In this part of the video, I would like to talk about the technology that actually underpins the Enjin system. Enjin coin is an ERC1155 token, which is a new standard for Ethereum tokens. An Ethereum token, or an ERC token, is a token that is based off the Ethereum blockchain, and we're going to talk about specifically these ERC1155 tokens and what that means for Enjin coin. ERC1155 tokens were created by Wojtek Radomski, who is the co-founder and CTO of Enjin coin. This actually isn't his first time creating ERC tokens. Several years ago, he created the ERC-721 token, which was actually widely adopted and became the standard for blockchain-based gaming and digital art. However, ERC-721 tokens had some limitations, which led him to develop these ERC-1155 tokens. This is a blog post written by Wojtek Radomski, which I would highly recommend you go read. In this blog post, he talks about the biggest problem with existing tokens is that they require a separate contract to the blockchain for each and every item type. This is the problem he was trying to solve with the creation of these ERC1155 tokens. This brings us to one of the defining features of these ERC1155 tokens. Items are now stored in a single contract with the minimum possible amount of data needed to distinguish the token from other ones. And what this allows you to do is to have multiple NFTs created through the same contract as opposed to needing multiple contracts for multiple NFTs. Another advantage ERC1155 tokens have over ERC20 tokens is the swapping process. ERC20 tokens require what's called an atomic swap, which is the process of exchanging one kind of token for another without an intermediary. And you can see the process here. You have two ERC tokens, token A and token B, which are both ERC20 tokens. They have to go through an approval process, and then the trade is executed via a trade contract, and then the swap has to be approved, and then it's completed. Now let's look at that same process, but for ERC1155 tokens, to see why those 1155 tokens are superior. Here you'll see that same process, but for ERC1155 tokens, and you'll see it's a much shorter process. This process eliminates several steps, making it faster and more scalable. You'll see you have a crypto items contract, and then the swap between your two items is approved and then completed. Another benefit of ERC1155 tokens is in its efficiency. With ERC1155, you can send any number of items to one or multiple recipients in a single transaction. This reduces gas and congestion on the Ethereum transaction pool, which ultimately saves you money. You can also have both fungibles and non-fungibles using ERC1155 tokens. Some items in the game will make more sense to keep as fungibles, whereas other items such as collectibles will be better stored as non-fungibles. with ERC1155 tokens, you can leverage both within your application or game. The last thing I want to talk about in this video is perhaps the most important when it comes to getting any coin to be adopted by the masses, and that's how open is it and how accessible is it. The good thing about ERC1155 tokens is you don't need to be an experienced blockchain developer to make tokens with ERC1155. Since the smart contract is simply a store of data and behaviors, anyone building an ERC1155 token can allow the public to create their own tokens using it if that's what they would like to do. And this removes a lot of barriers to development, and this can actually make adoption a lot easier. So if you're interested in this coin as a project, then you know it can easily get more adopted because it's easier for people to access. And if you're interested in this coin as a developer, the more people that are building, the more demand for these Enjin coins there will be, which will put upward pressure on the price. Alright, so that does it for this video. Please like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. We have a lot of good videos coming, and we also have videos about cryptocurrencies, Amazon Web Services, Tableau data visualization, programming in Python, and a whole lot of other content coming in the future. So be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of it. See you in the next video.